The most successful people on the planet are also the people most likely to devote an hour a day to reading and learning. Imagine, you just walked in the door from an exhausting day at work. You're hungry and spent, just wanting to catch your breath for a minute. You grab something to eat and then veg out in front of the TV. The next thing you know, you've just binge-watched 5 episodes of the latest Netflix show. And while that's okay occasionally, as we all need ways to decompress and shut down, this isn't a healthy habit. That's why the most successful people in the world spend their free time learning. It's not exactly breaking news. During his 5-year study of more than 200 self-made millionaires, Thomas Corley found that they don't watch TV. Instead, an impressive 86% claimed they read, but not just for fun. What's more, 63% indicated they listen to audiobooks during their morning commute. Productivity expert Chauncey Maddox writes, quote, "It's no secret that successful people read. The average millionaire is said to read 2 or more books per month. As such, she suggests everyone, quote, read blogs, news sites, fiction, and non-fiction during downtime so you can soak in more knowledge. And if you're frequently on the go, listen to audiobooks or podcasts." Maybe you're thinking, who has the time to sit down and actually read? Between work and family, it's almost impossible to find free time. As an entrepreneur and a father, I can relate, but only to an extent. After all, if Barack Obama could fit in time to read while in the White House, what excuse do you have? He even credits books to surviving his presidency. And President Obama is far from the only leader to credit his success to reading. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, and Jack Ma are all voracious readers. As Gates once told the New York Times, reading is one of the chief ways that I learn, and has been since I was a kid. So how do they find the time to read daily? They adhere to the 5-hour rule. The 5-hour rule was coined by Michael Simmons, founder of Impact, who has written about it widely. The concept is wonderfully simple. No matter how busy successful people are, they always spend at least an hour a day or 5 hours a work week learning or practicing, and they do this across their entire career. Simmons traces this phenomenon back to Ben Franklin, who was constantly setting aside time to learn. Franklin generally did this in the morning, waking up early to read and write. He established personal goals and tracked his results. In the spirit of today's book clubs, he created a book club for artisans and tradesmen. They'd come together to pursue self-improvement. He also experimented with his new information and asked reflective questions every morning and evening. Today's successful leaders have embraced Franklin's 5-hour rule by breaking the rule into 3 buckets. Read. Self-made millionaires, including Mark Cuban and Dan Gilbert, owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, read between 1 and 3 hours daily. Elon Musk learned how to build rockets, which led to SpaceX, by reading. Besides expanding your knowledge, Jack Ma, co-founder of Alibaba, says that reading can give you a good head start. This is often what your peers cannot obtain. Compared to others, readers are more likely to know other industries' strategies and tactics. And even if you can't commit to an hour or more of reading every day, start with 20 to 30 minutes. I always have a book with me, so when I'm waiting for a meeting to start or in the waiting room of a doctor's office, I can read instead of waste time on my smartphone. You could also try audiobooks during your daily commute or when exercising. Reflect. The 5-hour rule also includes reflecting and thinking. This could be just staring at the wall or jotting down your thoughts. For example, Spanx founder Sarah Blakely is a longtime journaler. Focusing on the past gives you a chance to learn from mistakes you've made, as well as assess what you did correctly. As a result, you'll be better suited to achieve your goals and improve your life. In 2014, a University of Texas study found that mental rest and reflection improve learning. Need help getting started? Schedule reflection time in your planner. I found blocking out 15 to 20 minutes after lunch is ideal because I'm coming out of that post-lunch slump. But start small. Allocate 5 or 10 minutes per day, and then work your way up so you're not overwhelmed. Know the questions you want to ask. Stick with just 2 or 3 questions focused on that specific day. For example, if you attended a conference, ask, what were the key takeaways? And how can I apply this to my business? Experiment. The third and final bucket is rapid experimentation. Ben Franklin and Thomas Edison became leading inventors and thinkers because of their experiments. We have Gmail because Google allowed employees to experiment with new ideas. The reason experiments are so useful is because you have facts, not assumptions. Experiments show you what's working. You can learn from your mistakes and obtain feedback from others. Best of all, experimentation isn't that time-consuming. Most of the time, you're testing through the same activities you'd perform without testing. Jack Ma even recommends applying the knowledge you've learned to a real-life scenario. For example, after reading a book about collaboration and teamwork, you could take on new volunteer work to put that knowledge to use. When you make learning a habit, you'll very likely be more successful and productive across different areas of your life. By investing in a reading habit, you can ensure you're growing yourself and your company every day. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe so I know to keep making more videos like this one.